People think entrepreneurship is just about making money, the fancy cars, the luxury lifestyle. But the truth is, running a business will change you in ways that you've never really expected. See, before I started running a business, I used to think it was all about skills and hard work and just putting my back into the business every single day, which to some degree, it is true. What really made a difference to me in my life wasn't just delivering an actual quality product or service. It was the mindset shifts. It was the networking. It was the connections. It was the discipline and resilience that I had to endure every single day. And through those trials and tribulations and obstacles and learning, mindset shifts and discipline, I was able to become a person that I wasn't maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, or maybe when I was a teen. I became a person ultimately that I did not recognize until I looked in the mirror and was like, okay, I've changed so much and I'm happy that I've changed the person I am today. And it was almost 99% because of running a business, because of entrepreneurship. I became a new person, and that is why self-development through the business was so essential for me. Like, it was a key part of my life, or it is a key part of my life where self-development is evident. So in this video, I'll just break down a little bit about how business changed my lifestyle, my finances, my mindset, and overall how it's been in, I guess, a year and a half. Because I'll be honest, business, it really is the most ultimate self-development program. Before I started a business, I was kind of really just in the same routine. I used to work as a barista. I was a barista for a long time. All the way back into, I think, 19 years old, I was just a barista for 2 years at one place, and then I moved to another place, was still a barista from that place from 21 to 23. I think I just turned 24 when I actually left it. Like, it was legit like a couple weeks after I turned 24. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of things growing up as a teen and in my very, very early 20s, like 21, 22, where even though I was a self-aware, ambitious person, I still had procrastination issues. I still would distract myself in ways that I shouldn't have. And even though at one point during that time, I was actually pursuing a music career. So it's not like I wasn't doing anything with my life. It's not like I was just sitting down doing anything and not have goals and ambitions. It was just more or less, I didn't have structure in my life. I didn't have really long-term goals. I just had short-term goals, and okay, I wanted to build a career in music. I want to just keep stacking my money, keep networking with others. And also at the beginning of my business, I was terrified of rejection, right? It's not that I had low self-esteem, but I just didn't have the confidence of actually pitching my service and seeing myself as worthy as high packages and hundreds and thousands and all that. I was really scared of rejection, and I really didn't know what I was doing. And I was always anxious at the beginning because I was like, okay, like, how can I pitch to this person? How can I sell my service? How can I be an assistance to this person in their business? So yeah, I was just constantly doubting myself. I felt like I wasn't good enough, right? And this was the very beginning of my business journeys. And financially, I was just kind of getting by. I was making maybe, right when I left my barista job, I think I was making like 2.2K, right? I had a few clients. It was nice. I had a few packages, but I was just really making under minimum wage in the state of Connecticut, because I'm based in Connecticut. And yeah, I mean, I was happy that I was able to leave my job and pursue my own thing, even though I was making less than minimum wage, but I still had the safety net of being at home, which, you know, I thank God and everything. But I really had to push myself in order to keep going. So instead of actually waiting for opportunities, I had to go out and actually pursue opportunities, pursue people, shake more hands, talk to more people. Those two things were something that I really had to grow in. Then also the shift in mindset. Right? When you're working for yourself, you're no longer looked after from a boss, from someone behind your back saying, hey, you got to get this done by this day. Hey, you got to do this. Hey, let me know about this. Like, it was all on me, right? I had to take responsibility for the work I had with my clients, also for myself, of building my personal brand, of just building my business, learning new ways, continuously learning and studying. So it was all on me. I had to take the responsibility. I had to put myself disciplined to sit down at the desk desk and learn and write notes and do the work and outreach to people so I can get more clients. And I had to put myself in a position where it was either this or die, right? Because I didn't have a choice, and I still don't have a choice. I'm constantly in that era, like where I'm supposed to keep going, pushing myself, like it's on me. It's on me to get where I want to be. Even though there's days where I don't feel motivated, it seems like that the whole world is coming onto me and I feel like I'm not good enough still. It still happens, right? And that's part of entrepreneurship. I realize is that it's something that never stops. Like there's days where I don't feel like doing anything. There's days where I feel lonely, where I'm like, what's gonna happen? I don't know if I'm doing right. I don't know if I'm gonna be good enough for this and that, blah, blah, blah. But then there's some days where I'm super motivated. That's just part of it, right? Like I said from earlier, building resilience through rejection, right? I've been rejected so many times in terms of my pitches, in terms of my services, in terms of sales calls. It's been something that I had to adapt, build resilience to, because not everyone is gonna agree with you. Not everyone is gonna want you to work with you. And so that's something I really had to learn and grow through. That's just part of business. That's just part of what it is. You have to face the rejections. You have to face through the responsibilities. You can't just stop and feel bad about yourself. And like I said earlier about confidence, now I'm at a stage where I'm super confident in what I do in my services and pitching high prices to others and being able to network with others, saying, hey, this is what I do. Hey, I can help you. Hey, I know what I can do for you. So all of that. So through the business, even though at the beginning I wasn't confident, even though at the beginning I was scared of rejection, even though at the beginning I was scared to talk to a camera, I was not comfortable in pitching my services, all through this time I had to grow through the next level in order to get rid of my fear of rejection, in order to get rid of my fear of being on a camera, because I had to grow my personal brand, and getting rid of the fear of pitching my services and not being confident, because that's the only way you make money, right? You have to be confident in what you do, you have to deliver results, and you ultimately have to be persuasive enough to share an idea to another person's head so they can give you their money, and you can work with them and blah blah blah, right? And lastly, financially as well, right? Instead of living from paycheck to paycheck, like from a job, or instead of at the very beginning where I was making like 2K and I was making basically under minimum wage, right? Instead of that, now I have a stream of income consistently monthly because of the way I have my packages set up. I have consistent ways of being able to connect with others and generate leads and clients and overall have money work for me, because I also started an investing journey, right? For the ultimate long run. So I'm building a foundation where the money is stacking little by little. And I'm not here to say I'm making millions, 100,000s or 50K per month yet, but when I get there, I know I will be ready, and it's something that's just gonna keep growing with me, right? The money will grow as I grow. So because of starting my business and because of growing along with my business, my life has changed, my mindset has changed, my financial situation has changed, my discipline, and overall I've just self-improved into a whole different person within a year span ever since I started my business, because I had to grow alongside with my business. And that's to say that I'm still growing. There's still days where I'm not perfect. There's still days I procrastinate. I'm just another human being that maybe some days I don't perform at my very best. But what I can say is that I've realized that because I've self-developed in ways that I never have before, it's safe to say that I will continue to self-develop because of the business that I started, because of running a business. It forces you to become the best version of yourself. And they don't say that you have business problems, you have personal problems if your business is not running well. And I realized that a lot, especially at the beginning, because my business wasn't as organized and it was running the best at the very beginning because I had personal problems. I wasn't fully focused. I would procrastinate. I was scared of pitching my services. I was scared of being on camera. And that's to say that it's still not in a perfect way, but I've grown and it's still building slowly. And what I can say is I'm grateful for where I am today. And it's because I've grown. If you're thinking about starting a business and you feel like you're not ready, trust me, just take the jump. Just take the risk. The earliest that you can, no matter what age you are, whether you're in your 30s, 40s, you're in your 20s, you're in your 15s, 16s, whatever it is. If you feel like you're not ready, you feel like, I can't amount to building a business because I don't feel great or I'm not this person, blah, blah, blah. You can be and you will be. Just take the jump and trust yourself and build yourself as you're building a business, because that's the best way in order to self-develop. And if you have any questions about my own journey, or if you want to reach out to me and connect or whatever it may be, leave a comment down below, and you can also reach me at Gabriel Pineda on Instagram. I'll always be here. Thank you.